Peace, love, and light, child. What's going on? It's your girl Crystal, the Raw Spiritual Guru, coming through, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time coming through, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for returning. To all, I thank you for your time and your energy, because you could be anywhere, but you're here with me today. Hey, tribe. So, in this video, I'm recapping my vegan vacay in New Orleans. Okay, you can say it so many different ways. I'm not from New Orleans, so I say New Orleans, but New Orleanders be like New Orleans. Like, you hear the new, but Orleans is just like New Orleans, New Orleans, like, or Nola, you know. New Orleans. They all got like little different accents too. But yeah, so I'm recapping my vacation in New Orleans. So in this video, you're gonna see clips of basically my vacation. I went down there for Jazz Fest. So they have 2 weeks of Jazz Fest. So I went down there for the first weekend of Jazz Fest, which was April 25th to the 28th. April 25th to the 28th was the 4 day of Jazz Fest. So I did buy a 4 day Jazz Fest pass. It was this wristband. So basically, I went online and they only had like the 3 day passes or the 4 day passes online. And they basically would send you this through the mail before you go to New Orleans for your trip, right? And you had to wear this the whole time. So this part basically don't come backwards. So just be careful if you ever go to Jazz Fest and you get like a 3 or 4 day pass. Be mindful that this part don't go back. So just make sure you put enough room that you can flip it on and off of your hand. All right. So price Jazz Fest. For the first week, I think the first week might have been a little bit more than the second week. When I looked, second week it was already sold out because they had some heavy hitting people there, like Queen Latifah and the Rolling Stones is going to be on the second week, and that's coming up this weekend, the first weekend of May. I'm obviously not going to be there. I'm going to miss it, but it's all good. I enjoyed my time at the Jazz Fest weekend that I chose. But just to let you know as well, if you ever did want to enjoy Jazz Fest and you just felt like the 325, because that's how much it was, like $325. But if you ever wanted to enjoy Jazz Fest and you just didn't want to put up the money up front for like a full 3 day package, then you can buy at the gate. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you could buy individual days at the gate. Had I knew that, I'm gonna say I probably going forward I might do that. This time I didn't mind. So I actually didn't mind having the 4 day pass. I didn't go on the first day, which was that Thursday where I touched in. I used that Thursday to just venture off in the city and just to see the things, you know, see New Orleans. Like, I couldn't check into my hotel, so I just took a Uber to the French market. So at the French market, they had like a lot of different vendors, like selling like handmade crafts, as well as food vendors as well. Um, so I took the Uber to French market, but like 2 blocks lateral, then you'll be getting to Royal Street, and then you'll be getting to Bourbon Street, right? So all of them are right near each other, right? And you can really walk as well. Um, that goes to my other point. You might want to bring some walking sneakers. Don't bring no casual sneakers or no show sneakers. You want to bring some walking sneakers because you are going to be walking. I could show you the steps I took. The last day I took like 22,000 steps. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, you're going to be walking. And you know what I had on? I had on my black Sperry flip-flops. They were some troopers, because for the whole time they had me right. I'm not going to even lie, because I bought my Nikes, but they not walking Nikes. They show Nikes. So they was hurting my feet a bit. When I was walking on the first day. So I said, oh, I can't wear these for the festival. So I bought my Sperry flip-flops, and those joints, I'm about to buy them again. I got them on sale, but I will buy them full price. I'm telling you, because them Sperry flip-flops, they was troopers, okay? Those are some walking flip-flops, I'm trying to tell you. um, but yeah, so like all of the main streets are right near each other, and then you could walk the Frenchman Street as well. Okay, everything is kind of like once you get into like the grip of the tourist area, which I would say once you get into the grip of the tourist area, you could kind of like walk around to the different sections of the streets, like the poppin' streets. Um, so the first day, like I was saying, I went to the French market and I actually met a lot of people. Like, you know, one thing I would say is New Orleans showed me love, I would say. I don't know about anybody else, but I got love. I got a lot of love, okay? So when I got down there, you know, I met a couple people at the French market that was like locals. And we was having conversations and they was trying to like put me on game as far as where I could go for this or for that. And yeah, they were just really friendly. Like, I would say, what did I do after that? So I was venturing off around the tourist area. So mind you, I still have my suitcase, I'm out my book bag, and I'm just going. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I met a few people. They was real cool. They let me sit down, talk to them, chill for a little bit. Um, so then I just ventured off before I went to my hotel. So I was taking a lot of lifts in the beginning. Well, I was taking a lot of lifts in general because I picked a hotel that was far from the tourist attraction, so I didn't know. So if you've never been to New Orleans and you're on Expedia, like me, you're trying to find the best hotel for your needs, right? Then you could pick something that might not be nowhere near close to tourist attractions. Um, I chose Boomtown Casino and Hotel. That was about 20-25 minutes from the tourist attractions, and Boomtown is in a location by itself. They call it over the river. That's what they kept telling me. Oh, you over the river? You over the river? Right? So, and I met some cool. Like I'm trying to tell you, like everything was aligned for this trip because I really met some really cool people. Because even like my drivers were cool, like all but one, and I'll get into that story. But all my drivers, except for the one, were really cool. Everybody was cool. They showed me love. They gave me tips. They let me know where to go. Even with the festival, like the festival, you know, when there's any type of festivals, the street closings and things like that. Since they're locals, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you as close to the festival as possible. We're gonna go through the side streets and stuff." You know what I'm saying? Like they was really looking out. Um, yeah. So I went to the casino after I was done exploring, right? So I was like, all right, well, since this is the first day, I'm not going to go to Jazz Fest today because it wasn't no one on the lineup I really wanted to see. So I was like, all right, so what I'll do is I'll go to the hotel, chill there for a bit, and then go back down to the tourist attraction that night. I'm gonna go to French Street because everybody kept saying go to Frenchman Street, go to Frenchman Street, right? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to Frenchman Street. So Frenchman Street is where the locals usually hang out in New Orleans, but you know tourists be there too. But it's a step down from Bourbon Street. So the last day I was there, I did go to Bourbon Street finally because I didn't get a chance to go to Bourbon Street at night until the last night, um, which it was popping too. Bourbon Street was popping. If I was an alcohol, if I drank alcohol, I probably would have had a great time. I'll say that too. But anyway, so I went to the hotel, checked in the hotel, got my place. Now, like I said, that hotel was far away from everything. Boomtown Hotel was far away from everything. How much did I spend on Ubers? I probably spent when it wasn't surging. I probably spent about $25 each way. So I'll say $25, and that's just like because sometimes it was like 23, 22, or like 26. So I just a happy medium 24, $25 to get to the hotel and then get back to the main tourist area. That's how much I spent on the lift, about $25. Now twice I spent $40 on the lift, and that was because I had left the airport. So the first time I left the airport, it was $40, and when I was going to the airport, it was $40. But within the city, it was $25 a ride. So that's why what I did was so I'm just trying to give y'all some tips and tricks. That's it. That's all. What I did was I noticed that I was far away from the strip. So then I was like, all right, so what I'll do is I'll plan my day and then go back to the hotel, and then I'll decide if I want to go back down to the tourist attractions to just be in the vibe and the energy of the night, or if I'm going to just chill. And good thing I got a casino, I could go to the casino. So that's one reason why I did book the casino room, because if I didn't feel like being in the crowd and the hustle and bustle of the tourist attractions of New Orleans, then I could have just chilled out and stayed at my hotel and go to the casino, because they, of course, casinos always have little things there, like little shows and things like that that you could go to. With that casino, because I was a new player, then I got $45 in slot play, free slot play, you know. So it was still like, I still, even though it was away from everything, it was real like low key and calm and cool, and that was a vibe too. Like the casino and the hotel area was like on this big, I guess, part of land, and it was just like them in their own. So it was like isolation. So sometimes you really need that when you in all these crowds and all this energy, you know. So I really didn't mind it. I just know that if I ever wanted to go there again, didn't want to have to pay the high Uber fees to go back and forth, and there was nothing around there, like no stores or anything that I could just go to. Like I would have to catch an Uber to go to a store, and I don't know how much that would have cost because I didn't even see no stores around there. But the closest hotel that I saw that was in the strip, that's a hotel, was Harris. So I seen Weston and I seen Harris. So if you ever want to be in the tourist attraction and you don't mind the fee, because Harris is expensive. So if you don't mind paying Harris price, that's literally right there. Harris is right there. Literally, if you got a room in Harris, you won't be able to walk to any tourist attraction, like any, like the Bourbon Street, Royal Street, French Market. You're gonna be able to walk to all of them if you chose to, if you decide to book at Harris. So Harris will be your pinpoint place to look at if you're trying to see how close things are. Like, so example, if Harris is coming in at $1,000 a night, and you like, oh, I'm not paying that. See exactly where the Harris is located, and then look at the location around it. But anything around the French Quarter and all that, you're gonna be paying money. Like, it's just gonna be what it is. You paying money. Now, I didn't want to go to no rinky-dink motel that was like, because the area, like, the areas is it could be a hit or a miss. You be down a touristy block and you turn the wrong way and you in like like it could be a hit or miss, and depending on the type of personality you are, if you bold and brave, that don't matter to you, right? You gonna just be like, I'm gonna mind my business. Now, if I see people coming out and stuff, then I'm gonna run. But you know what I'm saying, like, or if you scary, you gonna be like, no, thank you. You know, so it just depends what type of person you are. But you can easily turn the wrong block and be in a different type of place. I'm just saying. Um, Also, they actually don't have a lot of vegan options in New Orleans. So it was one place I didn't get a chance to try that I wanted to try, and it's just because of my hectic schedule while I was there, I just couldn't fit my time with their time. So it was a place called Sweet Soul Food. I'm so upset I didn't get a chance to try it, because that was one place that I really, really wanted to try while I was down there, but it didn't happen. I did try Idle Garden, and I tried Meals from the Heart. Um, those was the main two vegan places that I ate from while I was there. Now I did go to the Jazz Festival, and the Jazz Festival had a lot of food, but not a lot of vegan food. So the only vegan options they had was the red beans and rice. One place had a jackfruit slider, barbecue jackfruit slider, but they wasn't jack. You could tell they wasn't vegan friendly. Really, they just wanted to put something vegan on their menu, because this brother didn't have no way of heating up the vegan slider. He gave me a cold jackfruit slider, but he ended up giving it to me for free, because I guess he knew why I'm about to charge her this, and it's not right. Exactly. Thank you. I ain't go back, but I was like, all right. And then they had like a Mediterranean place with like the falafel. You could get like a falafel wrap or a veggie plate, and everything else was just like basically juice or sorbet. So when I went there the first day and I seen that, of course, you know, I got the red beans and rice and the slider, and then I just got some herbal iced tea, basically, that they had. They had some lemonade, fresh lemonade, and they had some herbal iced tea. So that's what I basically got the first day. I didn't know you could bring stuff in there, too. So the first day, I didn't have, like, really snacks or my water, water. I'm particular. So I didn't know that you could bring stuff in there. So I said, okay, now I know. So the second day when I went, I got me a bag, a tote. I made sure I had my blanket, my water, some snacks. Because I was like, oh no. The first day I kind of was forced to eat that stuff there because I didn't know what to expect at the festival. So I didn't really want, I didn't really want to eat, but I wanted to basically not starve. So anyway, since I knew what they had at the festival, the remaining days I tried to eat something before I got to the festival. So if I wanted to get something light, then I could get something light at the festival. But I wasn't mainly going to just be solely eating at that festival. Um, but they do have like a lot of food as far as like you know, the seafoods and stuff like that, the crawfish, the shrimps and stuff. You know, as far as the shady characters, there is some shady characters in New Orleans. Um, you just got people watch for real, for real. You can see the people that's shady, you know what I'm saying? But like, let me tell you about my Lyft driver from hell experience, right? So I thought everything was cool with this driver. Like I told you, I'm talking to y'all, I be talking to them. I'm trying to tell you, like I am who I am. So like I'm talking to the Lyft driver. We called cool, you know, brother, stop for me so I could get a water, cause like I told y'all, ain't nothing near my hotel. So got some a big jug of water so I could be cool, you know, and you know gave the brother a tip and everything. I was trying to give everybody cash tips. If I could give you a cash tip, you got it, cause you know you might could use that money real quick. So if I could give you a cash tip, you got it. So I'm trying to give people cash tips, right? Everything was cool. Brother dropped me off, no problems. I get a message from Lyft. They like, we charging you 150. What? Why? They like, you damaged the person's car. I damaged somebody's car? What? They showed me vomit pictures. I'm looking at these puke pictures and I'm just like, that wasn't me. So I'm texting Lyft like, hey, wrong person, wrong claim, not me. And they like, oh, he said this and it's you. And I'm shocked because the type of person that I am, if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like, I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong if I did something. If I threw up in that poor boy car, I promise you, I would not have been like, that wasn't me, wah. Like, first of all, that's messed up. But the fact that he tried to pin it on me is even more messed up. So Lyft was giving me such a hard time. They wasn't even trying to hear me. They just straight said my driver is right. So we taking the money that charged me for the ride plus 150 for damage. I was lit. I was livid. I was so upset. That messed up my night. That was the third. That was the third night I was there. That was Saturday night. So Saturday night after the concert, I was gonna go down to Frenchman Street again because I did go to Frenchman Street the first night. No, I was gonna go to Bourbon Street the third night. I went to Frenchman Street and you won't see it in this video, but I did go to Frenchman Street and it was a vibe. Frenchman Street was a vibe. It's a vibe. It's just a vibe for real, for real. People cool, minus this driver, but people was real cool. It was a real vibe, you know. So Frenchman Street was a vibe, and I went to some place called Mason, and it was so cool. I liked it a lot. I really liked it a lot. And then I like the fact that they just have random live bands on just the corners of the street playing music and stuff. It's just a vibe for real, for real. Going back to the Lyft driver. So Lyft basically tried to tell me that they wasn't gonna help me. So it kind of ruined my night and it put a bad taste in my mouth a bit because I was just like, damn, like, you know, I feel like I treat people well, you know. So I'm like, damn, why would that boy do that to me? Like, I ain't do nothing to him. Like, why would he try to get over on me? I'm on vacation. Like, I got one day left and you trying to rob me for $150, brother? Like, that just didn't sit well with me. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I'm still resolving that right now with Lyft. But after that transaction, Lyft, if you ever see my video, guess what? I stopped using your services. So I stopped using Lyft after that because it's just like, how y'all gonna just straight rob me? Because this boy sent you a picture of somebody throw up. It wasn't mine, you know. But I just downloaded Uber and continued the last day with Uber. So that was just my hiccup of the trip or whatever. Pissed me off. But anyway, so I did end up the last day was my busiest day. I ended up going on the tours. I always like to do a tour any city I go to, so you can just get familiar with like the history of the city. You know, I always like to do a city tour. So I did the tour bus, and it was the hop on hop off bus, and then I did the Garden District tour. So I was able to see like the Garden District and different um, houses and things like that in that district. So I did that tour. I started a French Quarter tour, but you don't really even need to do, in my opinion, unless you want to know the history, you don't really need to do a French Quarter tour, because if you go to the French Quarter, you can just walk around tour yourself, unless you ask for the tour guide, you know. Um, I would say the energy of the people in general, I would say New Orleans in general is a hustling A city. Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. That is New Orleans. If I could give a city that song, is New Orleans. They are hustlers. When I tell you they grind, hustle, sleep. Mm-mm. Grind, hustle. Everybody there got hustle. Everybody there got hustle. Whether you are in the French market and you a vendor there, or you at one of their bazaar night markets, you there, or you posted up on the street just selling something, or you just at these events selling something, or you driving Uber and Lyft and you giving people your personal information for you to be their personal drivers. Like, everybody here had a hustle. They make money. Like, and they were saying like the job market isn't like that, so you just gotta basically do for yourself. You gotta learn how to make money, and you gotta be a money making person in New Orleans. Like, everybody I ran into, like, I was just like, damn, this is a hustling A city. Y'all some hustlers. Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Jeez. I was just like, whew. Everybody's selling something. Like, I'm from Philly, and you know I sell handmade copper and crystal jewels, but in my opinion, I'm just like, geez, everybody's selling something. So the competition is really real out there. Like, ain't nobody selling what I sold though. I see some nice copper jewelers. I will give them their credit, but it's not. Anyway, so then I did that the last day. Before I went to the concert, the festival. Um, it's just got so much content. It's ridiculous. So I seen Fantasia. I seen Juvenile and Manny Fresh, the Hot Boys. And then I seen like all these international groups as well. The one that had me like dead, that had me like gagged, was Big Frida. Big Frida had me like gagged. Okay, so Big Frida had came out, and Big Frida came with the the dance music, pop, 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 twerk, 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 get it, want, right? So let me tell you. So first of all, Big Frida needed to have more structure in their show. Big Frida should have said, I want to have a few gospel songs before I do pop, lock, and drop it. Big Frida was mixing and mashing and pop, lock, and drop it, then the gospel songs, okay? And then I felt like Big Frida was just yelling at the people. Big Frida was like, twerk, 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 get it, go, 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 go. The people are like, so, so then what got me was Big Frida sing a gospel song. They're going to sing something called D Eater. Get that D, eat it, 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 eat it. I'm like this. I was gagged. Big Frida gagged me. Okay, for real. Eat it, 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 get it, get it, get it. Then to make it worse, after that song, another gospel song. I said, hey, Big Frida, get your life together. Get it together. um, but the concert was actually a really good time. Like I said, I bought a 4-day pass, but you could buy individual passes. So if you ever was in New Orleans around their Jazz Fest time and you didn't want to spend all that money on all those days, because when I tell you, you're going to get lost in Jazz Fest. Like once you get into Jazz Fest, it's literally all day. Like it's all day. Even if you don't want to be there all day, you're going to be there all day if you go to Jazz Fest. See, this video already kind of long. I wanted to add the clips and stuff to it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I might have to make a separate video, part 1, part 2. But anyway, so if you go to Jazz Fest, you're going to be there all day. I don't feel like the individual tickets were bad. Like I said, I know about it now, so if I ever wanted to go to Jazz Fest in the future, I may, depending on how much the individual tickets cost, because the first 2 days, I think they were like $75, and then the last 2 days, it was like $115 each. Yeah. So you want to be, if you wanted to see like the weekend acts, then you're going to be paying like what, 230. I paid $325 for 4 days. You know what I'm saying? So it just really depends on how you looking at it. You know, $325, that's still an extra what, $95, right? So, but you could always just buy the 1-day pass and see the show for the 1 day. You know what I'm saying? It's an experience. I definitely recommend everybody checking out a Jazz Fest one time or another. It's an all-day experience. It started at 11 until 7. So if you wanted to get there early at 11, you could. And like they had so many different stages. It was so big. Like I told y'all, I was walking. Y'all, like it was days I went into the Jazz Fest. And I'm like, I'm just going to the Congo stage. Because, like, I know Congo going to have me like this. You know, like, but I've been to the other stages too, you know, or I've been walking. I just needed to sit the heck down. I'm like, all right, get my blanket, sit it down right here, just chill, listen to the music for a little bit. Like, it just was like that. And I did go solo. It was my solo vacation. I went by myself, you know, and one thing a lot of people kept saying, like, oh, you by yourself? Oh my gosh, you're so adventurous. I need to be more like you. I wish I could do that. You know, a lot of people that I met down there that was locals didn't really leave the city, or they left and came back, you know, so they have a strong attachment to New Orleans. But, you know, like I was on some solo type time, went by myself, and I enjoyed it very much. One thing is, I don't allow anyone to dictate my moves except for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to enjoy my life. And don't allow anyone to do that for you. So don't wait for people to travel. Travel by yourself, because you never know what type of adventures you could get into. I had a great time, even though I was by myself. And to be honest, people was like around, like if I was, you know, if I wanted to entertain, I'll say that. Like, people was around, like, trying to help me out or whatever. Oh, you by yourself, you good, la, la, la. Like, I met people, like, I ain't gonna say they gonna be my friends forever. Like, I met people at that time that was cool, you know, like, I might have had conversations with, or, you know, Kiki. One thing is, like, you could be cool and speak to people, you know. So, yeah, overall, it was a great trip. I'm so happy that I got a chance to go to New Orleans. I told myself this year I wanted to go to different places that I never go to. So I'm happy that I chose New Orleans, the Big Easy, this year. And for my birthday, I still don't know yet. I'm thinking about a vacation, maybe to a beach. So it has to be, I was thinking international. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But, all right, y'all. Peace, love, and light. Thank you for tuning in. And I hope this video helped you with some tips and tricks for ya. Peace.